What's up, guys? We're playing some rapid chess on chess.com. And as usual, I'll be doing my best to explain the thought process. Hold on one second here. I'm going to change the cursor. I'm going to turn it off. Okay. All right. Who do we have here? January 2026. Let's just do a quick check. Ooh, 2700 bullet player. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to play King's Indian, I guess. Let's see. Yes. Castles. Okay, so this is the main line. So I will play e5. They castle. So now we can go knight c6. We're putting pressure here, yes. So this is just the typical main line. Yeah, this is all like theory. I think we play a5. I think we take this. And basically, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to attack over here. So maybe 98 is a good move. Let's play 98. And I'll probably f5. Looks like our opponent is still in the theory here. I could play b6. They're going to bring their knight and try to do some shenanigans. Usually b6 is a move you want to play. So should I play it now? We'll play it now. And then I think we just go back with the rook. Yeah, and they're playing super fast because apparently this is still theory. Which, okay, I guess we take this. Okay. I guess we take that. I don't know. I don't have to take it. The knight's going to come in here, but I think it's okay. I'll take it. Let's go f5. Okay. Our opponent is super booked up here, but surely we must be getting to the end of their opening knowledge pretty soon. I would hope. Okay, we could push by and try to just go slowly with the pawns here. I'm not really sure that the queen side is kind of open, so I'm a little bit scared that they're going to be able to come through and attack us here. Well, let's just go ahead. We'll see what we'll check it after the game, see if this is the correct plan. But basically, I'm going to try to relocate the pieces over here, keep attacking on the king side, and I don't know what white's going to do on this side of the board. They've already kind of opened it up, but this is really the only weakness that they can attack. But right now, that's defended well enough. So if we take advantage for us, we get doubled pawns. Disadvantage for us, this square becomes an outpost for their knight. Alternatively, I don't take it. I just move my queen. It's kind of an awkward spot, though, for the queen, isn't it? If their knight does land there, I mean, it's a good-looking knight, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Let's take it. I'll go ahead and put my bishop here so the queen can't land there. I'm expecting knight d5. Yeah, and I guess we just try to keep attacking here. You do have a target. The queen can attack that. The bishop can attack that. So they can definitely build some pressure here. We can defend with our rook, though. What a strange position. I mean, I guess we just keep attacking. Let's go with g5. What's up, Ryan? Hey, Anthony. How are you guys doing? Bishop a3. Okay. So is there a threat? Well, it's lined up on my rook, so this pawn might not want to capture, but that's not under attack. They might consider sacrificing. We have to just keep... No, but I take with the queen. They could play c5. That's probably what they're trying to do, actually. Yeah, maybe now's a good time to play with this move, rook f7. We get away from the bishop. And if we do need to drop back, we can do that to defend here. Yeah, so they played something called the bayonet attack, which we will look at after the game. Maybe we'll do a little deep dive into the bayonet attack. Actually, I don't know if we will. It's a complicated opening. Maybe it's not the best use of our time. We'll see. Queen a4. Okay, so that, yeah, there's like this idea, putting pressure here. They could also be bringing the rook down and over. So I need to really think how we want to do this. H5 and G4. I could just play G4 and sack the pawn and try to bring the queen over straight away. I'll go H5. This might be too slow, but we'll see. I'm going to go here next and then bring the queen over somewhere and try to create an attack here. If they play h3, we can always sack the bishop and get at the king that way. So that's kind of my initial plan here. Basically this sack here. That would be checkmate. Meanwhile, white, I guess, is going to do this or maybe this. They could even bring the queen down and the rook down here. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to go for. Queen here, rook here, which is going to be annoying on our king. So g4, queen a7, we attack. They go there. I could play king h7 to get away, but I still have to figure out what's happening with the knight. Okay. I'm going to continue attacking here. I would expect the move like queen a7. Yeah, then I have to really make a decision on am I going to worry about this or not? Actually, hold on. If we go here, rook there, there is going to be a check. They have to block. It's getting tricky now, guys. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. So rook a7, I mean rook b8, queen check, bishop blocks. I have this move, but they have it controlled. I could trade and then play rook here to defend my knight. If they try to sack, though, the other thing I could do is ignore it. Let them take it. It's not going to be checkmate. The question is my attack good enough? So if I do go here, they take with check. I go there. They take I10. I don't think it's good. They can just run away. Block with the queen. It's not good enough to sack a knight. So I could play here. King f8. No, I don't think we want to play king f8. Check, bishop f1 doesn't really do much for me, right? Okay. Rook f8, what are they going to play? That's what I'm not sure about. They might just sack it here and then come in with the knight. That's pretty annoying. They can't go check. If you take this, I just take. Okay, I probably should defend this. Ah, there's knight c7. Hold on. Knight c7, what happens? If I take, then okay. Maybe I played rook f7 too early because I played it earlier thinking it was going to be useful here, but now I'm having to actually come back. So I don't know if that was the right decision. Okay, they're stopping this check. If I take, check, they go there. Check. If I push, now sacking doesn't actually work, does it? I can get rid of the pesky knight, but then they get this nice pawn chain. They still have a weakness here. Bishop's really bad at the moment. I don't know how to get into the game though. Okay, I'm gonna try to open up the king. I think we need to take here and try to open it up. Still not exactly sure how I'm going to get to it, though. Check just doesn't seem great. Queen here threatens bishop h3. So that's my threat. The bishop's pinned. They do have queen f2. But if they trade queens, are they able to keep attacking me? Maybe. No, they can't go there. They could still attack this, though. Queen f2. Do I trade queens or do I play a different move like queen a5 maybe? Hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go here because now I'm threatening the pawn and I'm also keeping the pin. So I'm still threatening bishop h3. Obviously, we had to save our queen. Okay, so they're guarding against this, but they didn't stop bishop h3. So what is their plan? What's their plan, guys? Did they blunder this one? Check. Am I missing something? Oh, queen d3. That's what they want to play. Queen d3. I just noticed they do have queen d3. Yes. So we could keep the pin. We could trade queens. We could trade everything. But I don't like this bishop. If I do trade everything, what's going to happen? I'm really not sure, guys. I feel like the queen is my most active piece, so I don't feel like it makes sense to trade it, but I also don't know what to do. Oh, 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 oh. Take a rook. He's going to take me, but if I take here first, then we're still threatening this. He has queen b1. That loses. I think they blundered this fork, guys. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. That's a sneaky move, though. No, we're winning. We're winning. That's a double threat, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, queen d2. No, queen d2 doesn't work, does it? I'll just take everything. Threaten checkmate. We're just taking it all now. I can move my queen, push the pawn. Let's see. Let's be careful with this one. Let's go here. I'm up a piece. There's... Probably going to have to trade the queens so I can figure out a better way to deal with this threat. Rook f6. Am I missing something? Maybe just rook f6. Maybe, okay, maybe I should just trade the queens for the practical standpoint. Just trade the queens and then go here, get rid of the knight, rook g8. We're going to win, right? We're up a piece and some pawns. Practically, should I just do that? Let's do it. Let me go here, get rid of the knight. Let's go here. What? Okay. Basically, I'm going to take this pawn and then take this pawn. Let's defend this. Yeah, defend the pawn. Just don't stalemate. Just don't stalemate, Nelson. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, what a game to start off with, man. Ah, okay. Wow. My heart rate is very high right now, I think. That was a very strange game. They were playing super fast. I felt like they knew the theory, and then they just started blundering all their pieces. I think they were just playing too quickly. Okay. So mistakes were made on both sides. Let's see. So what I can tell you about the King's Indian is that, well, really it's right here. This is kind of like the main branching point for most of the different variations that white can play. So you could play f3. This is called the same-ish. You can play bishop e2 and bishop g5 is called the Averbach. You can play this early h3 move. You can play like a four pawns attack. I think it's called the four pawns. Yeah, four pawns attack. There's lots of ways you could. There's this other crazy move where you bring the knight over here. But the main line is knight f3, castles, and bishop e2. So this is what my opponent did. And then black plays e5. I knew that this was the main line. And then they could push here. They could play bishop e3 here. They went with, again, just kind of following the main line here. And then we go back. Okay, so the typical plan is black is going to attack over here, which we kind of saw in the game, and white is going to attack over here. And they played what's called the bayonet attack, where white just immediately pushes the pawn forward. And I think, let me see if it's in my book. I think it's in this book sitting right next to me. It's the same book we looked at before. Let me just check it really quickly because this is actually very common. Yeah, so this is called Mar del Plata, Bayonet Attack. It's on page 231. And let me just see if I even played the right line. That's what I'm curious about. So the main move here, yeah, is a5, which I played. And bishop a3 or b takes a5, they took straight away. Rook takes. Oh, a4 is the main line. Okay. Knight e8, I played the main line as well. Knight d2, yep. Yeah, so we followed like the main line for about, well, actually, let's see. How far did we follow this line? 98, 92. Okay, B6 is not quite accurate, but it probably would have transposed. In the book, he gives rook A8 straight away. Okay, I played B6 first, and then I brought the rook back. I don't know if it matters too much. Ooh, okay. So Stockfish says this was actually a mistake, locking up the position here. Apparently, I was supposed to take this. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn about the King's Indian, but I'm trying. Okay. So anyway, we push. He jumps in. Yeah, Stockfish wanted me to actually get control of this file, Queen A8. It doesn't like Rook F7. Okay, we capture. Yeah, I mean, we're not making the best moves, but nobody was really blundering here. Yeah, it was this moment. It was this moment. He missed the fork. He just missed this fork altogether. And then we take here. The reason I take there is because if I take the rook straight away, white actually gets a very good counterattack. They get the bishop for the rook. This bishop's going to be very dangerous. And my position is not even that good. But as long as I take here first, now I just have a free piece. Oh, I actually missed a forced checkmate. Oh! Bishop G2 is checkmate. In my mind, I was thinking about Queen G2. Oh, no. This is checkmate, guys. I missed mate in 1. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. I mean, we're still totally winning, but it feels bad to miss a mate in 1. Again, there's a forced checkmate here. Queen D1 check. Queen C2 check. Queen C1 check. And then Queen E. Wow, that's so fascinating. It's like a little maneuver with the queen. Wow. Okay. What a game. What a game. And then they just kept blundering all their pieces at this point. No, but I mean, this is a typical King's Indian game, I think, at a high level, right? Especially in the main line here, where you get a position like this, white starts attacking over here and black starts attacking here. And you saw exactly what could happen, right? Really interesting game. Really interesting first game. But we got a bunch of points, so yeah. Let's go. Let's keep going here. All right. Playing against another national master. We're black again. Are we going to see another King's Indian? No, E4. I've been playing the Sicilian. I guess I'll keep it going. It's another one of those open. Oh, what is this? What is this? I've never seen that before in my life. I don't know why. So they're just going for some closed variations. Okay. Probably don't need to overthink this. Just put our pieces on good squares, I would think. Yeah, let's just do that. Of course, I can play F3, but sometimes F3 is not a move you want to play because it opens up the king. They do, but that's fine. I'm just going to go back now. And if they go to F4, it doesn't really matter too much anyway. We would get the same position as if I just went here and they went here. And they're probably going to have to push that pawn at some point anyway. I think we should develop the knight. Do I want it on F6 though, or somewhere else? All right, let's get it out. I don't want to not develop my pieces, so let's go ahead and get it out. Yeah, so there's the F4 move, so it happened anyway. H5 and put a piece here. I mean, I don't even need H5. I can just go there, actually. We could go back I don't really want to just give up that bishop for that knight, though. But I do feel like I need to make a trade. I'm kind of cramped, so trading is generally good. I'm thinking about going here. I mean, yeah, they can chase me away, but then they're just creating all these weaknesses. I'm going to play h5. I think my king's going to end up going this way. Okay. I think my king is going to go this way. They have knight b5, but I'll just move and attack their knight, and then chase it away later. Keeping my options open. I could castle either way here. Okay, so this is pretty typical. They launch the attack. If we take, I think it just opens up this bishop. If we allow this, it's going to open up the rook. That's why I think my king is going to be safer over here. But taking also actually opens up the g file. So yeah, this is interesting. You could make an argument that this actually is better if I'm going to try to put pressure on white's king. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead, immediately line up the rook here. Probably be castling, but I'm just waiting. So I could just leave the king here for right now also. I have to figure out how to get this bishop out of the way. I mean, I could go back to f8, but that seems like not a great square for the bishop. Maybe we... I mean, I would love to put it here or here. I just don't know what to do with the knight. Okay, that's potentially a problem. The knight's going here. It's sacrificing a pawn, but it's probably not a pawn I want to take because the rook is there. Does give me the opportunity to get this bishop out of the way. Although knight d5, I guess it's a blunder. Never mind, we can't do that. Yeah, knight d5 is a strong move here, isn't it? So how do I deal with that? I'm going to go here, and I'm going to try to put my bishop on c6 to get some control of the center here. Knight d5, we could trade some pieces and just drop the queen back, or maybe queen a5. King may end up having to just go to f8, which is not ideal, but my queen's on d8, I can't castle, obviously. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade the one piece, and then I guess we have to go... Oh, there's f6 coming. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. This is bad. This is real bad, actually. Not to mention the bishop's attack. Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble. I think I'm in big trouble. There's queen h5 too. Oh boy. This is super bad. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't totally familiar with the setup, so I think we need to check that after the game. Like, what should my plan be against the setup? Because I don't think I did the right stuff. This is an awful position. White has so many good moves now. f6 looks winning. Queen h5 looks winning. Probably even just developing the bishop. Man. Thing is, if I would have put my queen on a5, it was going to get chased by the bishop anyway. I didn't have anywhere else to move it to. Maybe b8, but then you lose support here and you're in trouble. And I mean, yeah, it's just bad. I think we're already lost at this point. Yeah, they do take the pawn. They do take the pawn. Still don't love my position, but trying this line. Basically, I'm thinking if he trades here, I have this move e6, which does look like a fork. There might be queen e4, though. Okay, we can pre-move that. Yeah, I think he's going to take it, and after the fork, play queen e4, and then what am I going to play? Maybe bishop. Yeah, maybe bishop e5. If I play bishop e5, the knight moves, I can actually take the pawn. Maybe white's king has to be a little careful. I'm expecting this move. See if I missed anything. Queen h7. Okay. So I can play king f8 or king d7. I'm going to try to clear the path for the rooks to come over here. So basically move my bishop somewhere, take here, bring the queen, bring the rook. Try to get some counterplay for my material disadvantage. Because white has the knight and bishop for rook, which is better for the knight and the bishop. Yeah, I really don't have enough compensation, but I'm trying to make it work here. I'm trying to make it work, guys. Queen e6 check. The king moves. Let's say bishop f4. Do I have any moves? Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? It's real bad. I'm just trying to keep it complicated. Maybe white makes a mistake here. Doesn't look like it, though. If I take it, check. Yeah, we have to lose the rook. Let's try to use the king to attack. I'm running out of options. They're probably going to take this pawn and bring their rook over, something like that. I have kind of like one final trick that I'm going to try. Oh, that was my trick. They didn't fall for it. I was thinking of doing it earlier, and then I just did it when it didn't work at all. Should I resign? It's probably time to resign. Yeah. I'll show you what I was trying to do. All right, we have to look at the opening because I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. That's the first thing. So let's see. What does Stockfish say? Yeah, it wants the pawn on e6. It wants the pawn on e6. In my mind, I didn't want to create a weakness here, but I think the benefits outweigh the weakness in this case. It's not that easy for white to attack it. If they go here, you just chase them away. If the bishop comes here, like, so what? The queen's defending it. And then you can put your knight on e7. You can castle. And this is not scary because you have a lot of pieces. That's all I needed to do. I didn't need to make it so hard. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I mean, Stockfish says my position was fine, actually. Wow, if I would have played knight d4, I'm actually doing fine. It's equal. Yeah, a bunch of mistakes here. Wow. So I could have just actually just taken this pawn. What's the idea? How am I not losing a piece? Oh, queen d7. Oh. Yeah, it's the little details. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, of course, here we're definitely losing. Okay, so my plan, I'll show you what my plan was, guys. If, let's say, white would have played like this, I can take here with check, and if I get lucky enough that they can't take with the bishop because it's pinned. If they take with the king, I actually have checkmate. That was my last little trick. The problem is it doesn't actually even work because they could just go here. Excuse me, they could just go to king g1 and they're still winning. So yeah, I had nothing. They were getting low on time though. I don't know. I wonder if I could have flagged him if I didn't give up the rook. We would have had good chances, I think, because they were taking a lot of time. All right, so for next time, what we're going to do against this is just e6, d6, put the knight here and castle. Okay? So that doesn't happen again. All right. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to play the Scotch game. No, I'm not. I'm not going to play the Scotch game. Never mind. I'm going to take that pawn. Hey, they're playing. They're playing this one. Okay, I mean, let's just go. This is what I don't like to play against when I'm playing this usually. So we'll just play this way. Bishop e2. Because you stop the bishop g4 move right away. So they can't do that. All right, let's go knight f3 and castle here. I think now we can chase the knight. And yeah, how do I want to set up my pieces now, guys, is the question. Let's put the knight in the center. I think I want to be aggressive here and defend this with the pawn. Yeah, let's do it. So if they take, we're going to take back with the f pawn and open up the f file here. I have to be a little careful, obviously, about this diagonal. c5 might be a move for... Yes, it is. I don't know, but I think we can play d5, right? Let's see. So d5, if they take, we win a piece. They could trade first and then take, and then they're fine. We can also just sack our rook. Do we get enough compensation? I think we do. Yeah, let's do it. These pawns in the center are going to be very nasty for black, I think. Look at this. Okay. I'm thinking b3. It supports this really well, shuts down the knight, and it allows us to put the bishop here, which also supports this pawn in the center. These look like weaknesses to me. I almost have the ability to trap this bishop. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Let's go ahead and go here. Check. We just move. I'm going to bring this knight out. I think the knight's going to go to f3 to support this. Okay, let's just move. If they go here, we just take it. Okay. They want to go here, maybe? Is the idea? I need to get my knight on f3, I think. So bishop d4 takes, queen takes, knight f3. They can trade, but I still feel like these pawns are really good. Oh, but also bishop d4. We just have knight f3 right away, actually. No, yeah, they can't play bishop d4. So knight f3 right away. If they take, then we have the bishop pair. Sammy, greetings from Sweden. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Glad you could make it. Sammy L, 2071. With the super chat. Okay, so they're putting pressure here, which is why I think we continue with the plan. Get the knight on f3. It's a little annoying. It's a little annoying. Let's put pressure on this. They can play g6, but it does open up this diagonal, so they will have to be careful. For example, if I'm able to get my queen here and play e6, we would have some checkmate ideas. We have d4 controlled, so that's not ever going to be an issue for us. Yeah, so they have to think very carefully if they're going to play this move or not. The other thing I was wanting to do is go queen e2 and rook e1 to get rid of this annoying bishop, potentially. Now, I guess they could play f4 if they want. Yeah, f4 actually kind of makes sense. I mean, I think if we win a pawn, we definitely have compensation for the rook that we sacrificed. If we don't win the pawn, though, and they're able to use it to support this guy, we might just be in a bad position. I don't know. These pawns are very, very powerful. Let's not underestimate these guys. This is a protected pass pawn. So as we get closer to an endgame, that's a very good asset for us. And if the rooks are not able to create files to work with, they're not going to be that valuable, right? So that's the other thing about the position that we have to keep in mind. Black is really taking their time here, probably trying to decide between like G6 and F4 or just some other move with the queen. By the way, Chess Vibes Academy members, we have a special live stream tomorrow. I think it's at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for those of you who have gone through the winning middle game plans bootcamp, live stream is a follow up to that. We're going to just kind of discuss what we learned. You can ask questions, you can share games. So make sure you make a note of that. Our opponent's taking an exceptionally long time here. Okay, they go for rook e8. So they're going to give me the pawn. Why? What is their idea? Queen f4 would be a fork. No, I just take the knight. So you can't do that. Yeah, what's the idea here? This is defended, right? Well, I don't really understand. I think we just take it. Like I said, if we were able to win a pawn, I think we're doing good. We didn't actually win that one. They just gave it to us, but okay. All right, so maybe they're going to bring their knight over here. I need to decide how to get this rook into the game. So queen d3, bring the rook somewhere looks pretty logical. Queen e2 also, we'd have an extra supporter here after we get rook on e1. Clearly looks like their knight's going to g6. So I feel like I should go to e2. Does line me up with the rook, though, so maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should set him up this way. Okay, let's go queen d3. I like just having the rook there, not the queen. Because actually, I'm going to be pinned if there's a rook there, and they can do stuff like I mean, maybe f6 is not a move, though, so. This defends my bishop, which is nice. Always nice to keep the pieces defended when you can. So yeah, it's a question of can these pawns in the center counter the extra rook that black has? Like I said, as long as the files don't open up, I don't see that the rooks are going to be able to do much. I mean, this you can attack this, but who cares? It's defended by a pawn. This one we've got pretty well defended as well, especially if I get a rook here. So I don't see how they're going to really do anything about that. And it really limits, yeah, it really limits what they can do. Okay, so that's not checkmate as long as my knight's on f3. But if the knight moves, it would be. So let's just keep that in mind. This is not under attack. It's defended 3 times. I think I'm going to go king g1 because then I'm actually threatening to play g3. Also, it's not checkmate anymore. My king could run. But primarily it's because I want to play g3. I couldn't do it before because they would take me because of the pin. But now we got out of the pin. So g3 would actually kind of trap the bishop. Bishop has to go here. Okay, so the knight's coming in. Yeah, g3 definitely looks good. So let's just make sure 1, 2, 3 attackers, 1, 2, 3 defenders. So we're good there. And any reason I shouldn't play this move? I don't see it. I'm going to do it. Get this pesky bishop out of here. And I have to make a decision. Do I value my knight more than that bishop or not? Bishop pair is pretty valuable. So maybe this is a great opportunity to trade the knight for the bishop. But I'm also thinking, if I just play h4 and force it back here, black really is running out of options. What are they thinking about? What are they going to sack something here? No, right? There's no way. There's no way. No, I can't believe they would play any other move except for this. Okay, they do. So if we trade it, get the bishop pair, but it brings the queen into a more active square. That's what I don't like about it. h4, then their pieces are just really awkward. Oh, wait a minute. h4, bishop c1. Is the queen getting trapped? g4, queen. Oh, you guys see that? Oh. I think we trapped the queen. Bishop c1, g4. That queen is gone. Oh, yeah. Just shows you when you don't have a lot of space to work with what can happen. Oh, okay. So they're basically realizing that too. So they have to sacrifice this. Oh, you know what's crazy, guys? You know what's crazy about this? What if I don't even take that? What if I just play bishop c1 straight away? Queen is under attack. You can't go back. Then I'll take it. You go up. g4. Knight f4. We just take it. Queen is still trapped. That's really interesting. Now they can get a rook, or they can sack here and then get a rook, but we're still winning. So would I rather take the bishop or trap the queen? I think we would rather trap the queen, right? Trying to just make sure I'm not missing anything. They have bishop check. Hold on. Bishop check. I take it. The queen gets away. The queen does get away. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe I should just take the piece then. I didn't realize the queen was going to get away. Yeah. So maybe I should just take the piece. Takes. Takes. I need a move to play, though. Queen e4. Is that a good move? Yeah, queen e4 might be a good move. There's an annoying check, though. Rook e4, rook g4. Ah, okay. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that, guys. Here we go. Here we go. So we're going to take this. We're going to take this. We're going to go here. Let me just verify this. Rook e4. The only check would be here, and then we have rook g4. Nice, 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 nice. See, there's no checks. They're all controlled. Rook g4, and now my pieces are defended, and we were getting ready to checkmate this king with e6. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So e6. F6 probably only move, but that's still doesn't look like a great move for black. Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that actually. I was not expecting that. Whoa, I was not expecting that either. What is happening now? Trying to do this in the way that doesn't let the queen check me. So I think that's why this is the move. No check, no check, no check. If I would have taken first, they could have actually... Well, no, actually, maybe I could have just taken first. Okay, but this is probably fine. This is probably fine. Okay, it should be an easy win, in theory. I'm going to go pawn hunting right now. Also try to move quickly and not lose on time. Start with this guy. This bishop's amazing. Take this one. Ooh. Surprise checkmate. So, big question. Aha. I'm guessing this is where we sacrifice the rook. And I'm guessing Stockfish says, nope, you can't do that. But let's see. Let's just see. Okay, Stockfish says I was a little early jumping in with the knight. Should have developed the pieces first. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't like it. It wants me to play d5 first. And if black tries to trade, just take. And if they take here, just take. And if they take here, this is the move I did not see. Throw in the check. So why is this check so good for us? Well, they can't block with the knight because the knight was defending the queen and we just take a free queen. Can't block with the queen because we just take the queen. Which means the only way to get out of the check is to move your king. You can't castle when you're in check. And by doing that, it doesn't matter where they go. Now we don't trade queens. We just attack their king because their king has moved. So queen h5 and we launch the attack and black is in big trouble. And if they would have taken with the knight, we do the same thing and it's even better for us. Again, we get to attack and they can't castle. So I should have just calculated a little bit further. In my mind, I was like, I go here, they trade, they take, and then they win the pawn. And I stopped. And I didn't realize, no, I actually do have a check here. So that's what led me to get a little crazy, sacrifice my rook, and play d5. Okay. But we do have some compensation. Now, Stockfish says it's not enough. But they already messed up. They had to play knight d7. I guess it's the only move to keep the... they have to attack it right away before I have time to get my pieces to where I can defend that pawn. That's why it's so good for black. That is why. They waited, and now I'm able to get beat, although I still played the wrong move, apparently. Whoa. Queen G5 is the move for black. I don't know why that's so... they stopped knight D2. So basically what Stockfish is saying is, look, if black is able to get rid of this pawn, they're just going to be winning. But if I'm able to defend it like what happened in the game, I'm going to be fine, right? As soon as I get my knight to F3, all of a sudden, okay, now what? Now white is okay. Because now you got these two pawns. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Well, that's really good to know. And yeah, I don't know why they gave this pawn up. They should have just... G6 or F4 were the better options. This was not a good decision, giving me that pawn for free. And then... But yeah, this is what I was expecting to see here. Bishop C1 and G4 traps the queen. Look at that. Queen has nowhere to go. But they obviously saw it coming, so they sacrificed here. And I just took, yeah, rook E4. So, okay, this is what I was thinking, guys. My rook's under attack. If I defend with the queen here, I allow a check here that I didn't want to have to calculate and worry about. Now, it's not really a big deal. I could just move my king. But I still didn't want to deal with it. If I bring the queen over here, I lose my rook and lose the game. So I thought rook E4 was the way to go. And then this actually allows me to block the check and get an attack going on the king. Because as soon as I push the pawn, like we saw in the game, now you have to worry about all kinds of stuff here. They play F6. I was thinking about sacrificing. Let me think. What was I going to do? I was going to consider this move, but I don't think it actually works. But yeah, just queen G3, Stockfish says, just a normal build the pressure kind of attacking move. And actually, queen G3, you can then play D6, and these pawns are just too much. Okay, let's go. Let's go. It's taking longer than usual to connect. Don't usually see that message. Ooh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. We got a candidate master here. Okay, so this one, we have to attack it. I know this much. We have to bring the knight over here. I believe we trade this and play D6. This is pretty normal stuff. The knight drops back. He goes bishop B5. Yeah, what am I supposed to play against this? I'm pretty sure it was just like... Do we trade and then go bishop D7, or do we go bishop D7 first? Something tells me I should go bishop D7 right away. I hope I'm not getting this order mixed up here. And something tells me I should maybe not take this. Maybe just push here and take with the bishop. Although, am I going to get into trouble if I do that? Bishop F4, A6. Okay, let's just play A6 right away. We can sack a pawn here. That's not a big deal. We can definitely sack a pawn. Because if they take the pawn, I'm going to have all my pieces out and white's still like not developed. I don't think that's going to be... Yeah, they're going to go for it. Also, I have check. If I check, then the bishop blocks. Then what? Now, I think I just want to go here and castle. Let's do it this way. They take me, I take back. I think we're just castle. They have a very weak pawn. I have all these pieces out. Okay. Okay, so how do we put maximum pressure on the opponent's position with our lead in development? Step one, let's reroute the bishop here to target the weak pawn. Also opens up this for the rook. Okay, they develop a piece, as you would expect. I want to move my bishop to unleash the attack on the pawn and potentially just win it back right away. But I also want to get my rooks involved. I'm going to go here because I'm thinking about knight b4 as well. Yeah, so knight b4 now might be an option. Knight d5 looks good too. Rook e8, rook c8, queen d7, bringing another rook here. Let me think. Let's go ahead and go here. Blockade the isolated pawn. I think I did something wrong because I basically lost the pawn and I didn't actually get an attack or anything. White was just able to develop and they're still up a pawn. I must have messed up the opening. We'll check it. We'll check it after and see. But despite that, I don't feel like we're in a losing position. I think this is definitely playable. Okay, of course we have to take it back. Definitely playable because there's a very good chance we can win this pawn. And then we're just going to have an equal position, most likely. So I think I'm going to go here next. My bishops are very good. My bishops are very active. He has 3 defenders, but I already have 3 attackers, and I'm about to have a 4th attacker. So can white figure out a way to defend that? Queen d2, rook e1? I mean, queen d2, rook d1? I might even triple up. I might even just go 1, 2, 3. Just get everybody lined up there. They play b3, so that tells me they want to go bishop c4. So they want to go bishop c4, move the pawn away from all that pressure and then keep it on the board. Now there's a pin, but that's the idea. b5 comes to mind as a simple and easy way to stop that. They might start getting a little bit annoying with a4. Let's say rook b8 takes. Their rook is going to be able to invade. So that's one option. b5 is one option. If I just ignore it, bishop c4. Let's just say, I don't know, queen d6. d5, knight b4. Not to mention, I could just take the rook. Okay, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's go here. And I'm going to leave this rook just because I'm expecting bishop c4. Ah, they don't actually do that. Interesting. So they are going to let me take the pawn. Okay. If we trade everything, it's just an endgame. It's equal. I'm fine. Although white's rook does get to invade. So that's something to think about. Rook c7. It's annoying. But then I get rook d2. Fine. If they stop somewhere along the way, what would they play? Bishop c4, we drop back. Doesn't really change much. Takes. They can move their queen. Doesn't really change much. They can play bishop f3. I can play bishop e4. Everything's still defended. Takes. The rook comes down. My rook comes down. I mean, that's pretty equal. As far as I can tell, this is fine. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with the trades. And this is a significantly higher rated opponent, so a draw is not the end of the world for us. Yeah, I would actually get 2 points from a draw, so that's fine. Okay, and we can trade some more things here. I think I need to just save the pawn, so I'm thinking b5. Can also go bishop e4, just take it to a rook ending. Yeah, but I mean, who wants to play a rook ending? So let's keep the queens on the board. Am I right? Actually, wait a second. Where's he going to move his queen? White has a problem. White has a big problem. The queen is basically trapped. Check it out, guys. No, you can't go on this file. You can't go here. You can't go here. You can't go here. Which means if you're going to move your queen, you only have 2 options. Both of which don't look great. This one doesn't look great because of this skewer. This one, rook e8. Hold on. Bishop here, block rook e8. Ooh, white's in trouble, I think. White might be in trouble. Okay, so let's just think about this here, folks. Here, here, here. Yeah, we win. So you might try some shenanigans like this. I think white messed up. What is this? What is this move? Okay, so we got the material advantage, guys. Now, he's probably going to try to flag me. So let me think about how to do this. First, gain control of the files. Look at these. These rooks are just amazing. This is what rooks should be doing. Bishop is going to be annoying though too. Like this is not an easy win. Even though we have the material advantage, this is not an easy win at all. I think I will double up here. I got to get this pawn out of danger. That's the thing that I need to do. You know what I should do, guys? Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to put the rooks like this because then we have everything defended and we have the ability to trade at any moment. And then my queen is freed up because it's not doesn't have to stay guarding the pawn. That's the way. Okay, very good. Now, do I trade now? No, that's a back rank mate. So let's fix the back rank mate problem. And we'll do it with the pawns on the light square so the bishop can't attack our king. White's basically only strategy is to flag me. So as long as I'm smart about how I do this. I say that, then I sit here and think for a minute. They can win the pawn, but then they have to trade rooks, which is a good thing for me. Trading rooks is a good thing. Still plenty of time. If I can trade some pieces, it'll be a lot easier to move faster. Okay. I want to get the pawn off that light square. It's just an easy target right now. Now they're not so easy to get captured. I'm going to try to trade rooks now. I'm going to shift the rooks to the C file and attack this way. I mean, come on. That's got to lead to a mate, right? That's got to lead to a mate somehow. If it doesn't, then I will lose, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. He can also play queen f4. No, queen f4, I just take it. Check, king goes here. Check. Check, king goes there. Let's see, check, king here's check. Check. Or check. Yeah, that's got to be mate, guys. I'm sure. Okay, so he's not going to do that. What's he going to play? Let's see. No, but he might have to go for it. Because queen f4, I just take rook c2. Rook d2, rook d2. I just take everything. Check. I just go here. Does he have any other moves? You can't defend this any other way. It's probably going to have to go for this line. So there, check, there, check. King has two options. This one, there's like a check. Okay. Okay. I need to play g5 here and get this king. Yes. Let's go. Let's go, guys. 2 brilliants. All right. Oh, man. Okay. That was a good game. That was actually a very good game. So first things first, we got to check the opening. So Alpine Sicilian, let me pull up the Explorer over here. So this is a main line. This is a main line, d6, bishop c4, knight b6. Oh, okay, bishop b5 actually is the main move. There's also bishop b3, but bishop b5 is played more often. And, okay, apparently both of these moves are fine. If you take, they jump in with the knight. And then you go bishop d7, they actually trade it. And you get this position. Or you could do it the way I did it, bishop d7 first. And taking is a move. Most people play knight c3, but you can take. E6 is the move. I thought about e6 because the point is you keep your pawns together. You don't give yourself an isolated pawn, and then you take this with the bishop later. I guess what's happening after bishop f4? Knight d5. Oh, and you're threatening queen a5 check because, so normally on queen a5 check, it's a fork. They could defend with the knight, but here you just take their knight and their bishop is still in trouble. So that's why you don't have to worry about this. You can recapture. So I messed up. I actually messed up. A6 is not the right move. Yeah, e6 is the move, which I was going to play, but I didn't see knight d5, queen a5. Okay, so that being said, I still had an okay position, like we saw from the game. Yeah, it's better for white. I gave up the pawn and I didn't really have compensation, but I do have all my pieces are on, developed on good squares. And as we saw from the game, white wasn't actually able to hold on to the pawn. So once we win that back, in theory, it should be equal. However, yeah, after this, white's actually in trouble because the queen just has nowhere good to go. This pawn on b3 is actually very awkward for the white queen. So they had to let me get the material advantage here. No, they didn't have to. They could have played bishop e2. Let's see what's going on after rook e8. Ah, they could have done it this way, where they give it up for a rook and a bishop for the queen. I actually can't take it because I get checkmated. So that would have been a better way for white to play. Still better for me, but that's what Stockfish wanted. Just giving up the exchange completely like we saw in the game was not the way. Chris, thank you. $5 super chat for each brilliant. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you. So, okay. Obviously, a rook is better than a bishop, right? But sometimes in these types of positions, the bishop can just sit there. And if it's well defended, like it is here, it can be very difficult to break through. But thankfully for me, my position, the rooks are super active. So I had great rooks, which made my life kind of easy. I think this was smart, getting the pawns off the color of the bishop so we don't have to worry about it. And by the way, the reason I did it opposite over here is because I didn't want, for example, if I play h6, I didn't want the bishop to be able to stop my king from escaping and I still have back rank mate problems. That's why I put the pawn on the light square over there. Anyway. Yeah, so I wanted to invade on the second rank with my rooks, but they can't do it here, right? Because the bishop. So that's why I was thinking, let's switch him over to the C file, pair that with the queen, and now we can come down. Yes, we can. Now, if they would have taken here, I was going to go check, check, queen e2 check, yes. Did I have mate? So there is mate, but it's super long. It's like mate in 11. I think I probably would have played this move, honestly. And then maybe just taking the rook. Yeah, which is winning. It is winning. There's checkmate here. Yeah, okay. So I was correct. That definitely was a win if they did go for my rook. So they decided to do this, but now we can just pin it. And we get the queen against the rook and the bishop. And the queen obviously is going to be much more powerful. So in an endgame like that, would you rather a queen or two rooks? Yeah, so it's a good question. What you have to remember is in this position, I'm already ahead material, right? I already have the rook for the bishop advantage. So even though you could argue that, okay, I'm trading my two rooks for a queen and a pawn, that's kind of an equal trade, it actually helps me because I already had the material advantage. It gets me closer to the end game where a queen is going to be better than a rook and a bishop. And then the added fact that it exposes white's king means that's even better for me, right? And so when we kind of saw that, like white couldn't do much because their king was in trouble, especially once I was able to push this pawn up and basically, set up this little tactic here, or I could check them. They only have the option to block, and then I can win the bishop. So someone said mate in 8 was there. Yeah, I mean, it's possible I missed something in the time pressure. Oh, mate in 1. Yes, you're right. There is mate. Yep, I didn't see it. I mean, so here's the thing, guys. When you're playing like in a bullet game or when you're in a time scramble like this, you don't have to check everything. You just have to check enough to know that you're making a decent move, right? So like, for example, in this position, I didn't check everything to see, is there a mate? Did I miss a mate? Did I miss a fork? Maybe there's a way I can fork the rook and the king. But it doesn't matter. I have 19 seconds on the clock. The only thing that matters is play a really good move quickly. And I could tell that this was going to be a good move. It's a check and I take a pawn and I knew I can go right back. So yeah, I missed a checkmate, but I still played a good move. So sometimes you have to kind of think with that mindset, because if you just sit there and like try to find the best move, you'll just flag every time. Okay, we're 2483, guys. Let's go. Let's go get that 2500. Come on. Show the brilliance. Oh, did I not show the brilliance? What were the brilliance? Sorry. I guess we got to go with this game now. This is a coach. We're playing a coach. All right, let's go with C5 again. Smithmore Gambit. Oh, he brings out the queen. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a line. I'm actually, I've seen this before. He's going to play knight d5. He's going to play knight d5 and c3. Uh-huh. He's going to play c3. What am I supposed to do, though? That's the question. I think trading is okay. He's going to take my knight on f6. I'll take it back. No, he didn't. I think he was supposed to take the knight. That's fine. Let me think. Okay, we'll take this. I'll jump the knight into the center. So white has the bishop pair. Pretty decent position, but my position is solid. I'm not really sure what my plan should be, though. This pawn is kind of annoying here, actually. And I'd love to get my knight maybe on c4. So do we play like queen somewhere, bring the rooks over, and do something on the queen side? But if they play f4, that's going to be annoying. I might lose a pawn here, so I don't want to allow that. How do I stop that? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to try to play b5, and I want to keep my queen here guarding this pawn, I guess, for now. I think I have to go back with the knight. Okay, that move doesn't really scare me because now I'm just going to go right back, actually. And now you have no way to get rid of this knight. Because once the pawns push, they don't go backwards. So you might say, Nelson, you wasted a move, but not really. I got this pawn to move, and now my knight is solid there. Ah, Chris, you're abandoning the French for the Scandinavian. Nice. So you like that course? Yeah. The nice thing about it is it's not super long. Like it's like just a couple hours, watch a few videos, and then you're good to go. Okay, so he wants to do some shenanigans with the bishop here. I don't think it's a huge deal, but I do think I need to try to put some pressure on white's position. So I'm going to try to get the queen involved, starting with an attack here, but also leaving these options open for me if I need to throw in a check. Okay, so he goes for c4, but now we can target this. Now we can target this. In fact, might even be able to just take it. Hmm. So basically, if they take me, I just go check and I win it back. So they're going to ignore it. So do I want to be greedy and take more pawns? I mean, white doesn't actually have a threat. It looks scary, but they don't actually have a threat. So maybe I don't need to panic. Maybe I don't need to panic. Check, we go back. Fine. The fork, but it doesn't work. Okay, that's scary though. We have to be careful there. We can play rook h8 though at any moment. We have a check if we need it. Also just bring the knight back, wait for the rook, and then go rook h8. Takes, that's fine. Yeah, I think I will do that. Let me see. I can also check, but I just like centralizing this knight here. Let's do it. Yeah, this knight's amazing. This knight is so good because it's defended well and it can't be chased away now. And it's defending like key things. This knight is awesome. Rook h4, we have rook h8. Look at the beauty of this. The rooks can just defend each other. Stops any infiltration on my king. Forces the rook to either leave or get traded off. I think we're just winning. We're up. What are we up? 2 pawns? Yeah, 2 pawns. See what I'm talking about? It's defended really well, so we don't have to worry about it. I mean, we may as well. It's an open file on the king. So, because I'm up 2 pawns, I think I will go for the easy route here and force the queen trade. Could have also taken the pawn, but when queens are on the board, you just have a lot more to think about, right? You have a lot more that you have to be careful of. Sacrifices from the opponent are much more likely to be effective and lead to a checkmate. The queen is very powerful, so that you just have to calculate lots of different moves, right? So trading queens just makes your life easier. Also, I'm just up 2 pawns. I don't need to be greedy and try to get 3, 4 pawns. Like 2 pawns is plenty to win an endgame. And so I think that's what we're going to do. And now I'm just going to, again, solidify this knight. Also shut down any pressure that was happening here by a simple pawn push. Okay, this is fine. Let's just sidestep that. Get ready to roll these pawns. It should be a relatively easy endgame. That looks like a fork, actually. It's a beautiful fork, isn't it? It's a beautiful fork. We defend and we work the rooks. And we get a pawn. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Got another brilliant move. Ooh. Okay. Look at that game. Look at that. Opponent didn't play bad, but all right. Brilliant move, by the way, was knight takes c4. Yep, setting up the fork if they were to taking us. We had this one. No, I've seen this opening. I actually was looking at this recently. It's an interesting line because you think like, oh, why would you bring out your queen? But it's actually not bad for white. But didn't cause us too many problems. Yeah, no, I just played a pretty nice game, I think. Actually, yeah, Stockfish would have traded queens too. So, all right, cool. So 2486, guys. We're getting close. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that night was very good, that game. Very good night. Okay. Play e4. Oh, should we play the opening that guy just played against us? Let's do it. Let's just play the opening that they just played against us. We'll take with the queen. Okay. Queen goes on d3. Knight goes on c3. See, it makes people think. I think that's the surprise value, especially in a quick game. Okay. Chris, thank you. Thanks. We're going to do exactly what the last opponent did. Knight d5, c3. All right, bathroom gambit. Be right back. Okay, bishop g4. Let's continue with the move c3. 1 minute. Bathroom gambit. Okay, that's not too bad. a5 seems like a strange move. I mean, they might be wanting to go like this and open up the diagonal for the bishop. So I think I will play a4 here. I think I will play a4 to stop that. And actually, I might be able to do this. Also, bishop e3 now. We can make use of this b6 square, right? Since they gave it to us, maybe we can make use of it. h6, okay. Fine, I suppose. Yeah, which one am I going to do? I mean, this looks like a nice square for the rook, actually. Bishop also could be annoying, but I think I'm going to start with the rook. Any downside to that? So takes, da-da-da-da. Nope, let's do it. Okay. And you never know. Maybe in some crazy world, I'll push this and the rook can swing over here and we attack the king, right? Like that's not out of the question. So rook b3, just a nice little move. Start putting some pressure on black's pawn here. Ah, wait a second. Wait a second. I mean, is that actually a trade that I want to make, though? Yeah, that's an interesting one, guys. That is an interesting one. Okay, I kind of think I want to just play bishop e3, but there is this knight g5 check idea with the idea to... The problem is it's actually just a trade and it opens up the h file for black, which I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I would rather just go here. Ah, but I want to be able to take that. Okay, maybe I force the issue then. That's the thing. That is the thing. I mean, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Okay, let's do. So we go there, we trade that, we take that. We have the bishop pair. He's got a knight. But he's going to have knight e5. I don't like knight e5. Okay, I'm going to go h3. I'm going to see if I can force the issue here with the bishop trade. Yeah, we could. That's what I was saying, guys. We could have done it, but I don't know that it's actually good for us. The bishop comes out. We go check. They take us. We take them. But then there's knight e5, and they're going to win my bishop. That's one thing. And then there's also just, once they move their king here, then they have this h file that they can actually use to attack our king. And I don't know. We can check after the game. Maybe it was fine, but... They're thinking about going back. And I would have to make a decision. Yep, I do. Am I going to leave my rook in that pin or not? I think it's fine, actually. I think it's actually fine. So let's go bishop e3 now. We are still targeting this square. Maybe with a bishop, maybe with a rook. Okay, so he's adding some support to that square. Also eyeing the e5 square. I want to get this knight somewhere better, like maybe just here. Knight e5, we move back. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Now I can push my f pawn up the board. They take, I think I will take with the bishop, because if I take with a pawn, then we might get double isolated pawns, which honestly wouldn't be that bad. I could take that way, but I probably will take with the bishop. Of course, if black lets me, I'll just take their bishop right now. That's kind of my big threat, because then they have to take back here. The king is super weak over here. So that's the big threat. We could follow that up with knight f4 and just target these light squares. So they're definitely not going to let that happen. I think they're going to... They might trade here and play knight e5. They might just take this with their knight. Could be another option. Oh, there's knight c5. I totally didn't see knight c5. Oh my, knight c5. Now it looks like I might be a little lucky because let's see, takes. But I totally missed this move. Ooh. That's why they're thinking so long. Yikes. Yeah, it looks like I might be in luck. Because I start off by taking a piece. They get a queen, I get a queen. They get a knight, I get a knight. Or they save their knight, I save my knight. Like, I'm going to be winning that. So I don't think they can actually do it. Yeah, but I totally missed it. Okay, 95. So we need to... Yeah, we need to move our queen. That's what we need to do. Question is where? Go back here because I'm afraid of some knight takes b3 shenanigans where it hits my queen. Okay, he's going to go there anyway. So option one, if I take... No, you don't have time to take that. I take your queen. So you have to take back. If you take with the pawn, I could take here. Looks good for me. Take with the knight, fine. Okay, let's take. The other thing I could do is leave the rook and play knight f4. No, it doesn't matter. He goes for this instead. Okay, fine. Now we can play f4, f5 and attack the king. Also, bishop b6 is a move. Hold on. Bishop b6 is now a move. We take a free pawn. So do I want a free pawn or do I want to attack the king? I mean, free pawns are nice. I do like free pawns. Actually, it might be more than a free pawn. We have bishop b5 too. It's a very nasty move. But f4 is probably what I need to play. Okay. Well, let's go f4. Okay, f5 looks really good. Yep. I do have to pay attention to the time because this is still a very complicated position. But I think should definitely be in a great position. Okay. Threatening to take this. I'm just going to defend. I'm just going to defend and line up on the king. That's it. Nice and simple. Just trying to build the pressure on these light squares. Also, the knight's about to be trapped. Yeah, I think the knight's trapped. So, h4. Knight is trapped, guys. Look at that. He might try e5. But I just moved. The knight is still trapped. Okay, so we're winning a piece, and we still have a good attack. Now, we could actually play c4. Yeah, he does try that. Let's move the knight. Still trapped. Okay, still trapped. So I'm definitely going to take that knight. I say definitely. I could also play f6. Wow. I think I'll take a free piece, though. Don't want to let the queen in. My rook's a bit misplaced. How can we fix that? Queen f7. I'm going to defend with queen e2. Let's keep things closed off over there. What to do, guys? What do I do? Ah. Just gonna try to get a queen. No! The bathroom gambit made me lose this game. Come on. And my brain freeze at the end. I spent way too long in that one move. Man. Nelson. That is awful, guys. I'm so mad at myself right now. I don't even want to look at this game. I don't even want to look at it. Let's just move on. The problem was it was a very like I had to be careful because I could have gotten mated if I wasn't smart at the end. So you can't just like move without thinking in positions like that, or you might just get checkmated, you know? I should have easily won that, though. I spent way too long on that one move. That was my big mistake. Okay, so H4 right away. I mean, probably the best thing to do is just start counterattacking because white's not developed. So you know they want to attack you, but you counterattack in the center. I think H5 is a little bit too early here for white. I mean, they can try it, but I'll probably just take it with the pawn. Probably just take it with the pawn. Okay, so they're not going to do it. Let's just go here and develop the pieces. I'm going to go ahead and take it because if I would have played knight d7, they could have moved their knight, and my bishop was actually going to be like somehow running out of options. So I think this is a good way to do this. Let's see. Knight h5, f4, bishop h6. Is that too crazy to try to target that pawn? I'll just play h5. Just kind of stop that. I don't think we need to let that happen. There's still this plan for white. But I don't know if they're quite ready for that. Their king looks like it would get into trouble. Well, they're going to do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think we just go here and open up the center. Or do I do something else? Now let's do this. We're going to open up the e-file. We're going to go for the king. If they take, I don't even have to take back. I could just develop. Let them take. It's a bit risky, but it might be what I want to do. Yeah, I actually think it's exactly what I want to do. Sack a pawn here to get all the pieces out. Target the king that's going to be stuck in the center, most likely. Now, if they're able to castle, that's a different story. Oh, I'm still tilted from that last game. Oh, man. I waited too long to start moving faster. I just waited too long. That's interesting. You're going to take me. I'm going to put him in check. Now what? Knight goes to e5, maybe? Yeah. I don't even think we care about this. I mean, whatever. If that happens, fine. My king goes to f7. Who cares? I'm going to have a knight, a rook, a knight, a bishop, a queen. Everything's going to be attacking this poor king. Everything. So they try to stop me. Okay. They try. So we jump in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to go this way. This way. Queen f6. Queen e7. Yeah, let's bring the queen here. And I'll probably take back with the queen. My queen can be a good defender, but also we've got the files to attack. I mean, I could take with the king too, but would I rather my king? No, I probably want my... Probably want my queen to take. Very interesting position. Ooh. Ooh. That has sacrifice written all over it. Yes, it does. Oh, okay, but it also has just queen f5 all over it. Just play queen f5 and maybe you win. Thing about queen f5 is knight takes c5. I don't like. So if we do sack the rook, where is the queen going to move? And then how do I follow up? Should I do it, guys? Should I do it? All right, let's go. It's one of those sacrifices that we talked about the other time where there's no like immediate return on investment, but long term, I think it's going to work out for us. But I mean, look at it. All of our pieces are on the king, and all of White's pieces are not doing anything. So if that ever happens, if those two conditions are met, you probably should sacrifice it. At least that's what I think. So maybe bishop d4 to target these. Queen e7, maybe, but I think we need something better than that. Too bad this annoying pawn is stopping knight e5. Can't even really develop that easily without potentially sacrificing something. So I'm threatening a fork, also threatening a check. Plays a rook f1. Now I'm attacking here and here. Just building the pressure. Using the fact that I have more pieces in the attack than White does in the defense. Only piece that I'm not happy about is this knight. I'm not happy with this knight, but don't see a way around that right now. Unless I can somehow sacrifice it here. But right now, White has to deal with this. Okay, so that's one option. But is that the best option? I mean, we can also just take this, and we're still threatening that next move. Then our knight can come into this square. And that opens up this, though. I don't want to let the queen get there. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and do that. You're going to play bishop d2, I expect. What do I do? Oh, bishop h5. Whoa. Wow. So I'm down 2 pawns. But I do have an annoying pin here. I don't feel like my attack is too strong anymore. But these pawns are kind of weak, so there's a good chance we're going to at least win this one. Maybe this one will fall too. My king is not great now. The knight's basically just a defender at this point. Okay. Okay. And I don't really want to trade queens, but I feel like my king is just way too weak. I kind of feel like it's the best option. At least we still have the pin here for another move or two, and then we probably win a pawn while he's getting that rook out, and then I don't know what's going to happen in the end game, but I mean, there's a check here, but I think I'm just going to move. Question is where, though? Here, actually, we... Oh, wait, no, that's... Check. We could do that. We can also just go here. Wow, what a mess this position is, guys. What a mess. Okay. He does trade. Gonna get his rook out that way if I let him. What to do, guys? What to do? I mean, I guess a draw is good considering we were losing, but what a weird game. What a super weird game. Well, we did have a brilliant move. Where was the brilliant move? Oh, rook takes e4. Okay, so at that moment in the game, we were equal. The brilliant move just was equal. Okay. My best move was b5. What? What is b5? b5 c4. So that my knight, you guys remember that knight that had nowhere to go that I said? That's how Stockfish fixed it. Just give up 2 pawns. Okay. I mean, yeah, this is what it wanted. b5, c4 or something. Or actually here you can't play c4. It wants it to go over here. It just wanted to get that knight in the game. Wow. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. I had one winning move here. Oh, his bishop is hanging. All I had to do is trade and then take the bishop. Man. How did I not even see that? How did I not see that? Yeah, he's just winning. He has so many pawns. He's just winning. Oh, I had one move here. Rook g4, only move. Why? Because if he tries to go back here, I check. And I just keep him pinned. I just keep him pinned. And if he tries to push, my king comes in. Oh, and if he goes here, I keep checking. And if he goes back, my king comes in. Wow. So all I had to realize was I just needed to pin this bishop. Now, it's still a draw, apparently, but then he can't really do anything. Like what happened in the game. I mean, of course, I'm losing at this point. But we got him with the stalemate trap. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah, I didn't like the knight fork. No. Did not like the knight fork. Because it kind of just freed up White's position. Even though Even though we got a rook for a knight, which normally is good, in this case, this rook isn't doing that much. My knight's actually really good. And we also lose this pawn. Although that wasn't the best move. Best move was bishop d2. Extremely complicated position. Let's go to the next game. Man, we were getting so close to 2,500, and then we just lost all those points in that one game. I can't take it, guys. I can't take it. Okay, let's go get the bishop. Oh, he takes with the knight. Am I supposed to trade queens here? Well, we don't want to trade queens. We don't want to trade queens. Oh, maybe I should have traded queens. I forgot about this move. Because now, let's see. Knight f6, e5. I move e6. Is this a problem for me? Knight f6, e5. Knight here. e6. No, actually, it's probably okay. It's probably okay. Plays this one. Did I fall for another trap, guys? I bet I fell for another trap. That's what it's looking like. After I take, he's going to push. That's what's going to happen. No, I have f6. It's not that bad. Okay. Not that bad. Yeah, it's annoying though. Bishop c4. Yeah, definitely messed up the opening. Definitely messed up the opening. Well, how do we make the best of this? How do we make the best of it is the question. Bishop c4. Yeah, I think I don't want to castle kingside anymore. I mean, even if I could, it looks kind of risky. So probably going to have to go this way. Let me start with this move. You almost missed my live watching Eric Rosen replays. Well, I'm glad you made it. Eric's good too, though, so that's okay if you watch him. I don't mind. All right. At least we're out of that awful opening and we can learn from it and move on. Learn from it and move on with our lives. All right, let's go here. I'm going to trade off these bishops, get a rook to the open file. Also defending the pawn. We'll go back. We'll go back. I don't think I care too much. Let me go here. I have a place to go, so it's not a big deal. Doesn't want to trade, huh? Wait, let's get the file. Actually, probably should dodge this. So let's use this rook. You don't get forked. Oh, you know what, guys? What am I doing? I should probably trap this bishop. G5, H4, Rook G8, takes, Rook G6. Should probably trap this bishop. Ah. It's too bad I missed my opportunity. Man. Totally missed it, guys. Okay, let's defend the pawn. Oh, he wants to take my... Hold on. He wants to take this. Let me think. He wants to take that. All right, if I go here, takes... There's B5 is the issue. Maybe we play C5. We sacrifice the pawn to ruin their pawn structure. And then we try to get our pawn back. How does that sound, guys? Dylan, hey, thanks. Glad you could finally make it. I appreciate it. So he doesn't want the pawn structure to get messed up. So he pushes by. Okay. That's makes sense. Now what are we going to do about it? I think we need to get rid of a bishop here. Oh, wait a second. Do I have a move here? Wait, do I just have this move? No, he's going to go rook b1 and defend. So it doesn't actually work. Okay, so let's go here. I have to deal with this. If we can deal with these pawns, so this is where he has the majority, 3 against 2, then we'll have 4 against 2 over here. I mean, 4 against 3 over here. So I think we should... I was going to say go here to trade, but... The problem is he just takes and plays c4, and I'm going to have no way to get rid of these pawns. So I probably have to take this opportunity to go here. He's going to play rook b1. Now I can go here. And... yeah, maybe we can play now like a6, for example, because if he takes, I trade and win the bishop. Although then the pawn... No, it doesn't become a queen. It doesn't become a queen. Yeah, so maybe a6 is the move here that I'm threatening. So, yeah, actually, a6 looks pretty strong because we're going to just take this. So he stops me. Right. Ooh, guys, I think I have a really cool move. Bishop d3. Can anybody tell me why this is such a good move? Why is this such a powerful move? I mean, obviously it's attacking the rook, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Can you figure it out? Unfortunately, he dodges my little trap. Yeah, the rooks won't defend each other. Exactly. So it was going to be pinned. I could take here and then take the rook, but he dodged it. I think I see a move, though. He can either give up the exchange or trade rooks, but then I have bishop d3, and it looks like his pawns are going to be dropping. He's kind of has a tough decision now on what to do. Yeah, the reason I'm streaming today instead of... Okay, he does sacrifice that. The reason I'm streaming today is because the World Cup was happening yesterday, so I thought I would switch it up. So we've got the rook, but this is one of those positions where there's not a lot of open files, right? We've got this file, but that's about it, which my bishop's kind of clogging up right now. So I might, if I given the opportunity, sacrifice my rook for the bishop and a pawn and just take it to an endgame where I'm up a pawn. He's not going to give me the opportunity. Okay. I don't think we want to let him get that pawn there. Then I can't do anything. The bishop is going to absolutely control the whole game. So I'm trying to prevent that. It does open up this guy, which we have to watch out for, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay here. Might even be able to play bishop c5. If he takes, I take. You can't take, you get checkmated. If you push, no, you lose your bishop. Yeah, I think so. b6, we have bishop c5, it looks like. Takes, checkmate. Takes, checkmate. You push. I mean, it's annoying. I got to be really careful, actually. But the other option is I take it. He takes with the bishop. And I play rook here. Again, you can't take me. But you can go check. No, check, I take you. You can't take because you get back rank mated. So let's just say you take here. I think I'm going to go with bishop c5. I think that makes the most sense. Takes. Unfortunately, bishop c5, there's check. What if I get out of the check? Hold on. What if I... Oh, he does this? So he's just going to actually go back and let me do the trade now that I was going to do earlier. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, so we're up a pawn. We're up a pawn. Can we hold on to it? Not exactly sure. A6, he has to push. Then we've created a target for ourselves, I think. Also a target for him. Let me bring the king over. I think the king has to come over. Okay, so he wants to trade. If I take and go back, should be fine. If I don't trade and play here, then I can take. That's interesting as well. Okay, that's annoying. That is annoying, guys. If he goes here, I think I'm just going to take the pawn at that point. His rook is in, but then we're going to have potentially these pawns. Oh, he goes for b6. What? It's not the move I thought he was going to play. Oh, he just wants a bishop ending. Okay. No, this I thought would be good for me. Because if we go into the king and pawn ending, we're going to win, I think, because we have the extra pawn. So he can't afford that. He can't afford that. I'm going to try to go like this. Okay. Just have to make sure my bishop gets out of there. But I think it can. What is happening, guys? What is happening? Okay. Okay. Interesting endgame. I do think I messed up the opening. I think I fell for another trap because I'm experimenting with the Sicilian, so I don't know all the lines yet. So I keep falling for these random traps. But we still were able to come back from it. So let's take a look. Okay, I don't actually remember. No, so you can take with the pawn. That's absolutely fine. Knight f6 was the move. This was the move. This is actually okay, but Stockfish says bishop g7 is just better. And if they take you, you go rook b8. So you sacrifice a pawn and you play this position and it's equal. Okay, so actually no, there was no trap. This is just a line and this was fine. e6. F6 was the mistake. Oh, the move here, guys, is rook g8. So you save the rook that way. You allow this check. Because now I don't know, this is better for black because all the pawns are a clump in the center as opposed to the position in the game. You had an isolated pawn. So your pawns are isolated as opposed to if you play rook g8, the pawns stay together. Now, if they would have taken here, though, queen takes d7, queen takes c3. Oh, that's why. That's why. So rather than having a pawn on f6 and your bishop is blocked, you have a rook on g8 and you get to play bishop g7 with tempo, forcing the queen to move somewhere. And now the game continues and black is the one who has the initiative, even though you still have the isolated pawns. So, okay, kind of a weird line. This is not played very often. This knight takes c6. In fact, let me see how often is that played. Yeah, this is only played in 2% of the games. 2%. 49% it's c4, and 41% is knight c3. C3. So this is a super rare move. That's why I didn't know what was going on. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead to the end game. So I managed to trade the queens. We survive. And white's doing the right thing, right? Normally at endgames, you want to be pushing on the area of the board where you have the pawn majority. So white says 3 against 2. That's where they're pushing. So they're doing the right stuff. And they actually did get into a good position. Oh, yeah. Did I miss an opportunity? Let me see. Like right around, let's just say here. What if I would have tried to trap this? No, because I can't go rook g8 right now because the bishop is there. And even here, no, here I did miss it. Yes, here I did miss it. G5 traps the bishop. Yep. And basically, we're just going to go rook over. And we're going to come up here and we're going to take the bishop. Yeah. And if they try to stop me, king f6, I'm going to block off this bishop. If they take, we get the bishops here. And if they play g4, we just take. Yeah, we just take. So I did miss this opportunity. I thought I did. Okay, so we missed that one. Now the bishop comes out. And yeah, now white is just actually better. Somehow we tricked them. Yeah, they played the best move. So I thought this was a really powerful move because if they move their rook up, it's no longer defended. So now we can just have this tactic. And if they move the rook away, let's just say attack us, well, then it's no longer defending the pawn and we can just take here. So I thought I was going to be winning a pawn, but they played a good move. And they actually made the right decision, keeping the bishop on the board. And then we did trade. Oh, they played the best line. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, here Stockfish said you got to keep the rooks on the board. Take with the bishop. Yeah. This is just a losing endgame, I think, for them. Still got a little bit tricky, but okay. All right, guys. Let's play one final game. We're 24-75. Let's finish off strong here with one last game. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're white. Let's play e4. I think I'll play a Scotch game if we get the opportunity. No, French defense. No. No. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna play this Queen G4 move. I've been trying to learn these lines, but I don't know the win over one, so I'm on my own already. To be honest with you guys, I'm not sure this is gonna turn out well for us, but we're gonna try to make it work. Okay, I'm pretty sure I remember this. I'm supposed to take here. That's all I remember. Take here. If they push, you attack them. This is a good trick, by the way. A lot of beginners, they think, oh no, I'm pinned. And if somebody attacks me, I'm just going to lose a piece. There's nothing I can do about it. Wrong. You can play A3 and actually make a trade. So they decide to take. Now, it ruins my pawn structure, but it costs them the bishop pair. So I don't know if that's the right decision or not. So if I take and they take, what's going to happen there, guys? Is that a good or a bad decision? I kind of feel like I shouldn't be too greedy with it. I should just play like bishop d3 maybe. Oh, they're also threatening e5. Hmm. Yeah, I'm really out of the book now, guys. Okay. All right. I want to give this pawn up though. That's what I'm struggling with. All right, let's give it up. We're gonna have to check after the game and see if what I'm doing even makes sense. But basically, my plan is to give up one of these pawns, follow it up with knight e2 and castle, and at least my king gets to safety. Then we can use the bishops and the open lines and files and whatever to attack the king. And where is black's king gonna go? Probably not this way. Maybe that looks risky. And if you try to castle this way, that also looks kind of risky. So here we go. Knight e2, castles, and we'll we'll see what happens. Okay. I kind of like this. I kind of like this. I feel like my king is safe. My pieces are on good squares. Somehow it's even material. Plays h5. Okay. So that's a move. It is a move. Maybe we just go here. If the knight comes, do I trade or do I just move it again? I can also just go back to f3. I could offer a trade. I don't think we want to trade. Hmm. Yeah, what to do, guys? What to do? Because I want to play f4, f5 to attack, so I don't really want to put my queen there. Here, I'm afraid the knight's going to chase it around. Maybe by process of elimination, this is the only good square. Because then I keep this option open for myself. Okay. I mean, there are some openings where this is super bad, but some where it doesn't matter as much. I think this is one where it doesn't matter as much. So he wants to play e5, of course. So f4, e5, f5. I don't like that. Yeah, it's a good move. Hmm. Okay. If I'm if I get the opportunity, I might try to invade with my queen somewhere. Otherwise, maybe we just play bishop g5 and win the queen. Of course, black's not going to let me do that. They're going to do something. Probably going to push one of these pawns. I mean, if they played bishop d7, that would be a huge blunder. We just jump in here. But there's no way they're going to do that. Actually, that's not even a queen trap. They have queen e5. What am I saying? It's not a queen trap. I guess it could technically be a perpetual back and forth. If I played f4, the queen could go back this way. Wow, they do play that move. Huh. So options are go there and then maybe plant the bishop on d6, or play f4, force the queen back, and then try to play f5. But f5, I don't think is quite what we want. So they're going to go back. Hmm. If I take the knight, they actually would have to either take with the king or trade queens. If they trade queens, no, we don't get anything from that position. So we don't think we want to do that. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the bishop here because it looks like they're going to castle this way. And I think the bishop's going to be very annoying positioned there. Okay. H4. Yes. Kind of expected that one. This is why I don't like the French, because you always get these types of positions that are so weird, and I don't usually play them, so my brain doesn't exactly know like what to think about. This is a problem with certain openings that are so different from what you're used to, right? And unless you take the time to really study the lines in depth, which I don't really haven't really done with some of these French lines, I'm just kind of like wandering around, aimlessly, like what should I be doing with my pieces? I mean, you guys probably can relate, right? You play an opening that you've played before, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I know I'm supposed to do this or that or whatever." And then you play an opening that's new, and you're like, "I don't know." It's the same thing at my level too. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right. Do I take that or not? Do I take it or not? If I don't take it, what am I going to play? The queen is running out of good squares, I feel like. Maybe queen f3. Maybe queen f3. I'm thinking now we can trade. If the pawn takes, maybe we jump in here and try to go after the king. Queen takes, I guess we trade, and their pawn structure looks pretty messed up. The knight's going to be powerful on f4. Alternatively, I just leave it and play knight f4 straight away. Oh, he's just going to take that. Okay, I didn't actually realize I have to take the queen. I actually missed that completely. Somehow we're equal on material. All right, I'm going to try to pick up the pace here, go faster now. I think position is getting a little bit easier to play. So in theory, we should be able to go faster. Looks like I'm going to be losing a pawn here. Don't see a way around that. Um, yeah, not loving my position actually at all. Hmm. This pawn we might be able to win. Even so, we're still down quite a bit of material here. Oh, that's a good move. I didn't see that one. Man. I don't know, guys. I think we're losing this one. I think we're just losing this one. Can we swindle them? That's the question, right? Can we get a swindle here? Trying to go for the old rook behind the passed pawn trick and see if we can push it for the win. Cut off the king. Oh, I could have just taken the pawn, guys. Oh, man. I can't believe I just did that. I ruined my chances with this game, man. Can't believe I missed that. That was such an easy move to see, too. Check it out, guys. Oh, sorry. Right here. Take the pawn with check. I would have won this game. I would have won because after this, he's going to move. I could have gotten my rook behind my pawn. He was so low on time. I would have won this game. Well, now we got to stop on a loss. Mega tilted. And I think I had plenty of time too, right? How much time did I have? Yeah, I had plenty of time. Look at this. I had so much time, guys. Ugh. That's brutal. Yeah, chess mood is good, but there's so many lines to learn that it's not something that you can just like pick up quickly. I mean, you can kind of like sort of go with it, but they cover so many things that it's kind of overwhelming, which is good on one sense if you have time. But I haven't had time to do all the French lines yet. Game review? No, I'm going to stop. I have to go eat dinner, and I don't even want to look at this game. Actually, we'll look at it really quickly. Okay, you talked me into it really quickly. Man, it's just such an easy move. Just take the pawn with check. And I saw it like right after I moved. It's those are the worst. Those are the worst. Yeah, look at it right there. And I'm like I said, I'm sure we would have won that game because of the time situation. They were going to have to find some tricky moves. Unbelievable, guys. All right, so the French. I know Queen G4 is a line, and they actually didn't play the best move. I was supposed to take it. And then play knight e2. Yeah, I was afraid because I thought my bishop needed to get out. But apparently, no, it's still a good position for me. Because once you take those two pawns, now I'm the one who can just push this h pawn down and black has to worry about it. So black is forced to create counterplay. Yeah. And I knew that's why you play this line, because you want to take those pawns. I got scared. And then, yeah, this endgame, I just lost all my pawns. But then we almost tricked him here at the end. And then, yeah, they were really messing this up. I can't believe that I missed this opportunity. Cannot believe. Look at that. It's a huge blunder. Man. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'll see you guys next time. Chess Vibes Academy members, I'll see you guys tomorrow for our live stream. I think it's 8 o'clock Central Time. So thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, play smart, take care. Take it easy, Rob and Steven. Thank you guys for being here.